I am live. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm just going to check really quick and make sure this is streaming because StreamYard does this interesting thing sometimes where there we go. Good. Where it makes my videos private when I go live and then nobody sees them in the moment. So, okay, cool. So hi. Oh, cool. From YouTube as well. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, on my personal page, on my business page, and on YouTube. So hey Parisa. Hey everybody joining me. How are you? Let's talk about bodies. I have been having so much fun doing these. I'm doing like a tour of the United States. I've done kind of a bit of a world tour, I guess I would say, in the past since February, doing these body process classes. And body processes are, it's a tool in Access Consciousness that is different energies that are available that we do hands-on, run on the body hands-on with another body on each other. And you don't have to know anything about energy work. You don't have to have any sort of orientation toward energy work or experience with it or skillfulness with it or anything. It's literally just these amazing energies that you put your hands on, you say the name of the process, you turn it on, and the body starts running it. And they create so much change and so much possibility with our bodies. And so I've been doing this, doing these classes all over the place, and I'm just about to start. I'm going to head out on Thursday and go to the Midwest, and I'll be in all kinds of places, the Midwest, and then I'm going to be down in Florida and in the South a little bit over the next few weeks. And I'm doing about 20 of these classes in July, which I'm really excited about. And the processes, these body processes are absolutely amazing. When I found Access Consciousness, it was about, 12 years ago, I think. I had all kinds of stuff going on with my body, and I had like really chronic low back pain. I couldn't get out of I could get out of bed, but I couldn't put my shoes on a lot of times in the morning. And I had very severe seasonal allergies, and I was sick all the time, and I couldn't sleep very well. And I had done a lot of things over the years. I mean, I was pretty healthy. I had a very healthy lifestyle. I was a yoga teacher. It was kind of one of those things where it didn't make sense that with the kind of lifestyle that I had these things going on with my body. And I had done a lot of things to change them, and a lot of different modalities and all that. And there were a lot of things that were marginally helpful. But nothing ever really made these issues go away. And I started doing these body processes and receiving more energy work, basically, and learning. The cool thing is when you learn them, you actually can run them on other people. You can exchange with people. So it's like this amazing gift of, free energy work, basically. And I started doing these processes, and, years and years and years of seasonal allergies, severe seasonal allergies went away. Years of, all like being sick all the time, all this different stuff that was going on with me, it just went away. And the low back pain, I had this one particular body process run, and the low back pain literally disappeared overnight. I literally woke up the next morning and my body was like, take me for a run. And I did. And that was that. That was literally the end of that pain in my back. So these processes are pretty magical. And one of the things that they create is, and this is what I really wanted to talk about, is they create this really different reality with us, like this different space of communion that we can have with us and our bodies. And it's something that it goes beyond this reality. It goes beyond kind of how we see bodies. And right now, I would say there's very much a war on bodies going on, and bodily autonomy and bodily choice, really. And however, whatever side of the political fence you're on, it's a charged topic. I'm not going to talk about the politics, right? But do you have a right to choose what you do with your body, whether it's a vaccine or an abortion or whatever, and all the other things, right? And so again, I'm not going to talk about that, but what I do want to talk about is our relationships with our bodies, and knowing what is true for our bodies and knowing what is true for us, and being willing to live from that and follow that, because that gives you a level of freedom, and that really, like, very few people on the planet have. And what would it take for a lot more people to have that kind of freedom? Lisa, hi, Lisa. A beautiful naked Heather. That's funny. I have a dress on. She says, I just experienced a heavy sinusitis leaving my body in 1 hour, thanks to a body process, POC and potting. So the access consciousness clearing statement and choice. Yeah, that's amazing. And these tools are truly, like, these processes are absolutely miraculous, what they create. There are so many stories of, people curing cancer, and I mean, just so many different stories of change from these processes. And so one of the things that is such an invitation with this stuff is to actually, like, really get present with your own body and actually acknowledge that your body has its own consciousness, which can be a little kind of conceptual at times, but if you think about, like, there's you, the being, and then there's your body, and you're not necessarily, like, you're not like one and the same, right? You, the being, might have a lot of different lifetimes and, be around the block, run around the block of the universe in different ways. But, if you believe in that, it's like, which for me, that's makes sense. It's like, yeah, this isn't my only lifetime. I've had other ones, and I will have other ones in the future, as a being. And I have this particular body in this lifetime, right? And this body has a consciousness of its own. Your body has a consciousness of its own. And when I used to do somatic psychotherapy, like body-based psychotherapy, it was a lot of tapping into the consciousness of the body and actually allowing the body to speak, and allowing our bodies to communicate with us, and allowing our bodies to show us what they know, what's true for them, and all of that stuff. Now, that's something that is living from that space with your body it's such a dynamic, incredible way to live, because it gives you, it's very empowering for one to, and it's like, just creates this immense space of kindness and presence with our bodies when we're actually listening to them and we're responding to them, and we're, hey, Katerina, hey, Kimberly, hey, everybody. But when we're being present with our bodies, and we're like, really acknowledging, like, this body right here, it has a consciousness of its own. There are things that it desires and things that it doesn't desire, and things that I can, do with it, and all of that, and contribute to it. And my body also has so much information about what I would like to create in my life, what I would like to create as my business, what I would like to have, and how I'd like to live in the world, and travel, and all these things. And for me, the more I listen to my body and the more I tap into it, it's like I let my body be my guide in so many ways when it comes to the physical world. And it's amazing what shows up. It's just like this space that just continually opens up and opens up and opens up and opens up more and more and more. And my life opens up, and what I can create expands. And so it ends up going way beyond the body. And I have this, like, I really have this sense, after having played with these body processes for so many years, and just these conversations, I have this sense of, like, that I can actually change anything with my body. Like, I know that. I actually know that anything going on with my body that isn't working, I can change. And I know that without a doubt. Like, there's no doubt in my world that I'm never at the effect of what's going on with my body, that I can always change it. And the fastest, most dynamic way to change it is to actually be present with my body and ask it. Like ask it what it is, what it desires, like what it knows, what is available to it. Yeah, Maria just got sick, and yeah. And that's where, even with something like COVID, it's like having, I had COVID in January, and I had it for about a day. I felt really crappy for a day. And then I was kind of tired for a few days, and that was it, but I was listening to my body, and I was running these body processes. And I've run the processes so much that my body has changed so much. Our bodies they don't have to be at the effect of this reality. They don't have to be at the effect of the pandemic and all this stuff, right? Like for me, it's like, it's not even something that I worry about. Well, I don't really worry, period. But I definitely don't worry about that kind of stuff, because my body has, like with all these processes, having run them and, playing with them so much, it's like my body has a really different reality where it creates itself based on energy, and it can heal itself based on energy. And the more I'm present with it and listen to it, the more I can contribute that, and the more like really beautiful relationship I have with my body. And this is available to us. Like it really is available to us. And I've been working with bodies for decades. Even before Access Consciousness, I did a lot of work with bodies, and beautiful stuff, like getting, like really like doing my own work of getting super present with my body, and then also facilitating others to do the same. And it's like, I just love it. I just love it so much. I love bodies. Like our bodies are just such a gift. And so many of us don't see them that way. But so I didn't start here, I guess is what I want to say, is it's not like I was born. I mean, I was born really enjoying my body, but I had my adventures of, whatever, judging it and neglecting it and all that kind of stuff. But I've developed this over the years, and the body processes and Access Consciousness have been a huge part of that, of just like, okay, getting present, like being like, just, it's like, hey body, what is it that you know about this? What do you desire? What do you require? What can I contribute to you? And really like honing that sort of presence and that skill of listening to our bodies, and listening, like for me, listening to my body and giving it what it's asking for, and even knowing, like, how do you even know what your body's asking for? That's beyond this reality in and of itself as a conversation, but that's where you just have to start. You have to start somewhere and basically make that a practice. And the body processes and like running these energies on our bodies, they undo all these places where we're at the effect of our minds, where we're at the effect of the rest of the world, where we think we're at the effect of like pandemics and all this kind of stuff. They undo that like kind of wiring in our bodies that make us normal, average, real, and the same as everybody else. They undo it. They unwind it. And as that occurs, your body, like the beautiful, incredible consciousness of your body, gets to actually expand into so much more, and to show up as so much more, and to communicate with you. And you get to hear those signals and those messages from your body even more. And it's this incredible gift that doesn't even really have a lot of words. I've said a lot of words, but doesn't really have a ton of words. But it's like, if you have a sense that your body has the capacity to be different, if you have a sense that there's a different possibility with your body, maybe just start there, that there's a different possibility with your body. Play with it, like play with that, play with the see if you can get your hands on the Access Consciousness body processes and the bars, which is another body process that we run on the head, and start to see what changes and what shows up as you play with these energies. you might feel like, oh my gosh, how could I even have that kind of a reality with my body? But you have to start somewhere, and that's what I did. I was like, okay, this chronic back pain and I, I listened. My body was like, you need to go take this class. And so I took the class and I got this body process and the back pain was gone, but I was willing to work with my body and contribute to what it was asking for, no matter what, and whether there's money or time or whatever in the way. It's like I made it a priority and I did what my body was asking me to do, and I still do. And I live very differently than most people because I spend a lot of time and energy and money and all those things on my body. And I enjoy that. I really enjoy it. I enjoy playing with my body, and it requires us to be willing to be different than the rest of the world and to say, hey, it doesn't necessarily work for me to sit at a computer 8 hours a day or whatever, and to make some changes. But if you do, your body will reward you so beautifully. And you really can have this totally different space with your body that is so generative and creative and expansive and nurturing, and a reality of kindness and a reality of possibilities. And then you can begin to create with your body in ways that you can't even imagine. And that's a bit of a story for another time, but definitely a possibility. So thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to go now. But just thank you. Thank your bodies for being the gifts that they are. And if you would like to come and play with me, I'm going to be in Kansas, in Iowa, in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going to be in a couple places in Florida, in Vero Beach and in Miami. I'm going to be in Nashville. I'm going to be in Chattanooga. I'm going to be in Seattle, and I'm going to be in Boulder. That's the short list, right? And there's no prerequisites for these classes. They're pretty affordable and all of that good stuff. And you can just come and bring your body and play. And we explore. You learn in the process, and then we also explore. We explore beautiful conversations about bodies that, you can't really find anywhere else because most people don't even know what's possible. And in Access, there's just such a different conversation and such a different reality. So very fun. So I look forward to seeing y'all out on the road. I head out on Thursday. And thanks everybody for being here. And how much fun can you have with your body today? Mwah. Thank you. See you later.